I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena on. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one Chief Rockin' Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the premier Knicks in the Nighttime show, the Knicks at Night podcast. Salute, salute, salute. Raph Unreal is in the building. Salute, HRM. What's good? Mike Hanson, what's happening? I see y'all. Salute. So I have a lot of takeaways from tonight's game. I ain't gonna front. I have a lot of takeaways from tonight's game. First of all, let me first start by saying I'm super happy and excited we won. I'm super happy and excited we won tonight's game. I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, that's thing number one. I'm super excited that we played, that we won. It looked like we were off a little bit. It looked like we were, it looked like we came out a little flat. Looked like we came out a little flat, but we were able to pull out a victory. Right? Looks like we were able to. King Ember, you excited, dog? Okay. King Ember is excited. Me too. Cardiac Knicks is in the building. Salute. Hey, Scotty is in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. Get that paper, dog. Hey, Scotty, get that paper, dog. Yo, yeah, man. I'm going to say this. I have a lot of thoughts, and you know what? I'm not going to write this down. I'm going to type this. I'm going to type this out and put it on the screen so that y'all can see my takeaways, right? But the first thing I want to say, hey, King Ribby is in the building. Salute, King. Salute to all my people from Bushwick. Salute all my people from Bushwick, all my people from Brooklyn. Salute. Yeah. Flagrant and fouled. Me either. Hey, bro, I've seen a lot of stuff, but that right there. Yeah. I thought I saw Endgame. Endgame is in the building. Salute. Yeah, Endgame. Yeah, Endgame. Rick James, 32 Chains. Take it to a whole nother domain. Shout out to Future for, I don't know if those are bars or not. Shout out to Future. I don't know if those are bars or not, but right. So my takeaway from tonight's game is we became a team tonight. We became a team tonight. I don't know what the other podcasters are talking about. And salute to them. And whatever their takeaway is. What I'm gonna say about today's game is we became a team today. Right? We became a team. Right? Here's the thing. When you become a team, see, you can't be stopped when you're a team. That means everybody trusts each other. Right? Everybody trusted each other tonight, man. Even there was trust in moments where there probably should not have been trust, and they trusted each other anyway. Right? They were passing that ball around. Man, they were kicking out to Josh Hart for 3. Now, Josh Hart only took 2 threes, right? But they trusted him. You feel me? They trusted him. Ralph Lewis in the building. Hit him up. Is in the building. Salute. Hey, Lewis, I'm gonna get to this. This is one of the things I'm gonna speak to in a moment. Right? This is one of the things I'm gonna speak to in a moment. I should put it on the screen. All the things that I want to talk about. But I want to talk about this first thing first. Right? I'm talking about this first thing first. My first thing is we became a team tonight. Right? And so I'm gonna have that be a talking point for us just real quick, because I feel like it's gonna be important to all narratives going forward. Everything that we talk about going forward is gonna be basically centered around these few things, right? We became a team tonight, man. The Knicks hit a game winner with Jaylen Brunson on the bench. What does that tell you? Scott, what does that tell you? The Knicks hit a game winner with Jaylen Brunson on the bench. Tibbs subbed him out for defense. Subbed in Deuce. Right? Tibbs subbed in Deuce for Brunson in a clutch moment. And Brunson was on the sidelines rooting for his teammates. Right? The mere fact, think about this. Think about what other superstar in the league, right? What other superstar in the league is going to go to the bench in a clutch moment and allow his backup to come in for the sake of the team winning? Is there a world where LeBron James is going to go to the bench in a tie game and let his backup come in for defense? Is there a world where Luka Doncic can subside his passions, go to the bench so his backup can come in for defense? Bro, we became a team tonight, man. We became a team tonight. I'm interested in what y'all think about the fact that Jaylen Brunson didn't close out the game. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all think, chat. So I'm jotting down a few thoughts just to ensure that I don't forget anything. But I want to read what y'all have. I want to read what it is that y'all put in the chat. Goat is in the building. Salute. Mike Edmonds is in the building. Kerry Cox, the son of the legend, is in the building. Salute my guy. Kev Guapo is in the building. Yeah, man. Hey, Kerry Cox asks, what was Deuce's numbers tonight? Deuce was 8-3-5. Deuce was 8-3-5. Right. But those numbers don't tell the story. Those numbers don't tell the story. Right. I'm gonna get to the Deuce part. Right. So I'm gonna put this on the screen for us to share. These are my thoughts from the game, from tonight's game. We became a team tonight, man. So I'm gonna put this shit. I'm gonna share this on the screen. Let me see if I can put it in a way where it looks. There we go. I like that better. Right. One of the things that I really noticed about tonight's game is I noticed OG was getting bumped on off of RJ off of back picks. Right. OG didn't have the best game on RJ because they were back picking OG and Anunoby. And what we should have done is switched on defense, but we couldn't because Precious is limited and Cat were limited. So you saw a lot of RJ Barrett layup attempts at the rim. You saw a lot of Jacob Portal push shots at the rim because those guys didn't have a second or third jump in them because of leg injuries. Right. Which made me think, how bad has Ariel Hukporty been where Tom Thibodeau doesn't trust him? How bad has Jericho Sims been that Tom Thibodeau didn't consider playing Jericho Sims? Tibbs preferred to play a cat on one knee over a healthy Jericho Sims and a healthy Ariel Hukporty. Mike Austin is in the building. Hey, that's our brother right there, man. Mike Austin's in the building. Salute. Hey, hey. Oh, okay. I got you. Hey, Mike. My radio, believe me, I like it loud. Yo, yeah, I got you. Hey, that was a nice alley-oop, right? That was a nice alley-oop. I'm gonna come through with the finish. Yo, hey, good looking out, Mike. Mike threw me the lob. I'm coming through with the finish. Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. My guy Mike says, peace to the chat. Yo, where's your boom box? Oh, my radio, believe me, I like it loud. Yeah, salute, man. Salute to Mike Austin. That's our guy. Yo, we got to get you up here. Yo, Almighty Finesse is in the building. Salute. Yo, the Lawrence Tier CEO, Wise is in the building. Salute. Peace. Peace to my guy. So a few things occurred, right? Hey, Spree, the American Dream is in the building. Salute. A few things happened tonight. All right. So let me add no backup centers. And let me also add Cat and Precious played together. So I'm also going to add that. Right? And I'm also going to add Jaylen Brunson looks totally unselfish. Totally unselfish. Jaylen Brunson looks totally unselfish, everybody. Totally unselfish. Jaylen Brunson, point guard wise, looks totally unselfish. I mean, I don't know. Y'all know I look at everything on the basketball court, right? So I'm thinking when I look at the game, I'm thinking, what are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? Are there some things that we can take advantage of? Are there some things that are blind spots for us? And as we look at things that we can take advantage of, positives for us, and as we look at blind spots for us, occasionally a thing will show up, and we'll speak about it. Not overly critical. Every entity has blind spots or whatever. Anthony D is in the building. Salute to my guy Anthony D. Corey Lee is in the building. Salute. Queens get the money. So I have some things that I want to speak about specifically. Mike says, looking like an offensively aggressive CP3, the way JB is controlling this offense. Absolutely. Absolutely. Corey Lee in the place to be says, peace and salute. Queens is in the building. Queens get the money. And the 718 boys are here. Great victory. Shout out to Bully. Shout out to my guy Bully. Dripmore is in the building. Salute. Salute. I think my guy Coach is somewhere watching also. Salute to Coach. He probably out there watching or listening somewhere. I don't see him in the chat, but he's somewhere. So if we start, if you see what the second item is that I listed. Hey, y'all. Deuce is about ready. Y'all remember when our conversation was, let Deuce cook? Y'all remember that? Anybody remember the thing, let Deuce cook? Deuce is about ready. Deuce is about ready. For those that didn't really pay attention to the small matchup, Deuce versus Davion Mitchell was one of the matchups to watch tonight. Davion Mitchell is Lee, what's good, bro?
Yeah, what's good?
What is good, boss? I'm trying to figure out a way to get us on the screen there it is. Okay. That'll work. That'll work. Let me see if I'm trying to find a way to get
Yeah, you can take me out for a minute and put that up. That's cool.
I ain't gonna take you out. Nah, man. Yeah, nah, I ain't gonna take you out. This should be good right here. This should be good right here. Yeah, man. The Deuce McBride versus Davion Mitchell matchup is one that will fly under the radar.
No, they was keeping it out.
I think it's one that we need to have bubble on the surface. Davion Mitchell may be the best on-ball defender for a tiny guard.
Possibly.
You got something clicking, bro. I don't know. Is that me?
No. Don't say.
Yeah. So Davion Mitchell is probably the best on-ball defender for a guard that's 6'3" and under. I think Davion Mitchell is about 6'2". But he is an elite defender, right?
I thought he was 6 foot.
Maybe, possibly. But we'll say this though. We'll say this. Deuce McBride's handles tonight put that man on roller skates at times. Right? And that's unexpected. We never expected Deuce's handles to be here. Right? We never expected Deuce McBride's handles to be the topic of conversation. Right? We expected Deuce to be an off the ball guy, the off guard to Cameron Payne. And what we saw tonight is that Deuce McBride is no throwaway guard. Deuce McBride is proving to the world that he is not a throwaway guard. He's proving that he is actually a force to be reckoned with on the second unit. So what did you think? What did you see, Lee, when you saw that matchup?
When you mentioned that, I never thought of him like that. I think, he's made, when I say he's made tremendous strides in the last 2 seasons. Excuse me. In the last 2 seasons, it's like, wow. It's like night and day. Last year, I think when he was forced to take on that role of being like, I guess, a secondary ball handler or backup point guard, he went through the motions. But I think he handled himself well, considering, far better. And now this year is just the icing on the cake and proving that he can constantly get better. You know what I'm saying? Out of all them young kids, I would have never thought he was gonna be that one. But shout out to him. Shout out to his hard work, his work ethic, and the fact that he wants to win and his desire to get better. You know what I'm saying? You can't knock his hustle at all.
Right. Yeah. The one thing I noticed about Deuce, and I don't know if y'all noticed this in the game also. When Jaylen Brunson went to the bench, the Knicks really didn't skip a beat. Now, am I saying that the Knicks can win without Jaylen Brunson? Absolutely not. Right? What I'm saying is the Knicks can hold it down in short stretches without their best player. Is what I'm saying. Like when Jaylen Brunson left the game, the air went out of the room, but our spirit never wavered. Like we still played hard. Right? Like there was a stretch at the beginning of the game where Cat looked like he was a fish out of water. Right? He looked like a fish out of water. But he stayed in there. Kind of, you remember if you remember, Cat was like 1 for 5 from the field, kept going to the rim and not getting layups called for him, not getting fouls at the rim. And so what we saw,
I'm listening.
What we saw is the team learned how to win with guys not having their peak game. I think that's what we saw. We saw OG Anunoby go 2 for 9 from 3. Right? In which any game that OG Anunoby goes 2 for 9 from 3, you're thinking, oh boy, this is going to be a long game.
But we saw Bridges step up.
Right. We also saw the Knicks miss 7 free throws
Mm-hmm.
in a game, which if they make 2 more free throws, I'm not complaining, but you don't want to see your team shoot 64% from the free throw line, especially in a tight game. But the two trips where you saw good free throw shooters go to the line and miss both free throws were trips to the line where both of them got knocked to the floor, and you could tell they were not steady. None other is in the building. Salute. When Cat, remember when Cat got knocked to the floor and he missed both his free throws, and they were thinking, they were talking about that. They were saying that it may be a charge, and then when you look at Cat was unsteady at the line. He missed both free throws.
Oh yeah, because it looked like he, shout out to the trainers, him bouncing back from that great tape job, because that was almost a season ender right there. He stepped on Olenek foot, so that was a tough one. That was tough.
Right. And so there were times when Jaylen Brunson came back from his ankle, and when Cat got up from his knee, immediately Toronto looked to attack them on defense because they're bad defenders, or not bad. They're suspect defenders anyway, but now when you try to get them moving laterally on bum legs, now you expect a barrage at the rim. You expect a barrage at the rim.
Yeah, they attacked him. I saw that. I mean, RJ was like, yes. And then was it that kid Matthews? He played very well. And Mitchell, no, Mitchell, my fault, not Matthews, Mitchell.
Right.
I mean, Porto, he hung in there. I mean, that I ain't gonna lie to you. One part of me, and I was talking to the Siglieri, my main man, Alawaz, and we was having a conversation about the game, and at the beginning, and I was telling him we kind of pulled this game out, like not pull it out, but like we stole one to some degree. Like, I mean, we missing as many foul shots as we did. Thank God they didn't get the opportunity to go to the line like we did. Shout out to RJ Barrett for keeping them in the game. And a lot of things, Grady Dick, saying, going hard to the rim, pause. But you know what I'm saying? And it was interesting. Appreciate us getting enough stops when we really needed them, and also hitting big time shots when we needed them.
Okay. None other said he was at the game, man. Salute to none other for being at the game. I can imagine it was a nail biter. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I wish I was there too.
Yeah, man. Hey, none other. We wish we could have joined you, man. So, one of the things I noticed about that game, about this team, they played freer after Scotty Barnes left. After Scotty Barnes left, there was like no one guy commanding the ball. And so they just moved the ball around, and it was hard for us to guard. JJ's in the building. Salute. Hey, JJ, I'm changing my name to Mets in 5. That's my new name, bro. JJ, no matter what you ask me about the Mets playoff, bro, I'm Mets in 5. Mets in 5. Gentleman sweep. Gentleman sweep is my new name, bro. Gentleman sweep, right? But in terms of tonight's game, after Scotty Barnes left, you saw Lee JJ cutting up, bro. JJ cutting up, man.
That's my guy. Shout out, man, JJ.
Yeah, shout out JJ, man. Hey, JJ, I'm gonna try to do a little Mets joint. I don't know if I'll be able to do it here or if I can do it somewhere else, but I'm gonna try to do a Mets channel. So I'm gonna try to, man. I love the Mets. But in terms of the Knicks, though, I noticed that Precious gave us a solid few minutes, but Precious ain't 100%, Lee. You can look at Precious and tell that Precious is not 100%.
I think that's more psychological than physical. And then I watched him today. I mean, he did a couple of little good things for us. Got an and one. You know what I'm saying? So that I think once he gets to watch him on film and trusting his hand me a little bit more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I give him about 2-3 more games, man. He'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not trying to even shoot, wide open jump shots like that. So, he's still being aggressive to some degree. So I'm not too worried about him too tough.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah. I saw a few things with Precious that I was like, yo, is he carrying a piano? Or you know how when people call him the backup center, I always call him a jumbo wing.
Yeah.
Precious didn't move around like a jumbo wing tonight.
No, I mean he didn't. I don't think he's not nowhere near basketball shape.
Okay.
I'll say that. He's
nowhere near. So he's healthy. He's just not in shape.
I think that and the psychological factor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he ain't really jumped and been banged around or been knocked to the ground.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Where he feels comfortable really extending himself.
Right.
That comes with time, and reps and practice. So, see what happens if the Knicks have a full blown practice between now and Wednesday. So,
and the reason why I say that is because the 100% healthy Precious that we know can guard Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett, Ochai Agbaji, Grady Dick, Jacoby Walter, all of them guys. Precious can guard all of them, and to varying degrees. Like some guys he'll be an elite defender, some players he'll be adequate, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of Precious, tonight he didn't look like the guy that you can switch on defense and he can still be he didn't look like the guy that you can throw out there with Deuce, OG, Mikal Bridges. Let me see. Deuce, Precious. Yeah, those four together. He didn't look like the guy that would be the thread that held a united defensive front together. He looked a step slow. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe. Or maybe it's something that I saw that nobody else saw. But I didn't feel confident that OG.
Hold on a second. Let me say. I want to say one more thing though, if you don't, you know what I'm saying, before we either close or move on from this topic, or you want to expand on it. I saw him also too. You got to think, we're not playing the same type of defense. I mean, not to say his role hasn't changed, and all it is sick 'em boy jump out there and grab rebounds, because that's really a part of his game. He's sort of like a kamikaze. He's a bigger version of Josh Hart. Josh Hart to some degree, you know. And I just think that maybe the severity of the hamstring, he's gonna yo, I promise you, by the beginning of next month, we're not even gonna have this conversation again. Ever. Ever.
You know, ever is a strong word, bro.
I mean not ever, but as far as athletically.
And then you mean in terms of this conversation?
Yeah, like the way the hesitance the hesitancy, you know what I'm saying? Because you gotta think he's also gotta come in and fit in and find his role, like really find it and then try to expand on it.
Right.
You know, and so it's a learning curve. And you know, you can see he was still aggressive.
Right.
That's the one thing I can truly appreciate. You know, he was aggressive, you know, to some degree. He wasn't totally out there. He wasn't reckless,
Right.
you know. So, you know, and this is what the second game back, third maybe.
Yeah. Now, mind you, just be aware. I'm not criticizing OG. Y'all.
No, I don't feel that. I don't feel that.
Right. So I'm not No, I'm just clarifying for the chat. So chat, I'm not I'm not criticizing OG. What I'm saying is I think he has to work his way back into a moment. That's basically what I'm saying. East Blue Drew is in the building. He says, "I love this win, but if we Hawks like this, Trey gonna make his shot." You said if we playing, yeah. No, I think there is a totally different strategy for that, and I think Deuce McBride. Chat. I'm gonna say this, and I know it's gonna sound weird on a random night in December, but I think Deuce McBride may have arrived. Right? I think Deuce McBride may have arrived. Right now, with that said, let's not go overboard with a night where that man had 8 points, 5 assists. But the reason why I think he may have arrived is because of those 8 points and 5 assists. Right? Deuce McBride was a factor tonight without shooting the basketball. Right? I think that's Lee. Is that fair to say that he had an impact without having the basketball in his hands?
It's been a minute since we said that in a while. You know what I'm saying? And that was just like humbug Deuce McBride. Like where I guess majority of the people, and I'm not going to say myself, but you know the majority of his fans saw the potential. And I'm gonna say this: big time players learn to step up. You know what I'm saying? In these moments, he's learning how to be a big time player.
Right.
You know, I think this kid, you know what I'm saying, amongst others. But if he finds the way to make sure he keeps himself settled and in the game without him getting all loosey goosey or crazy, I know he's going to pick his spots, especially in a tough game like tonight.
Right.
You know, he's going to be one of the reasons why we either win the championship or at least get to the Eastern Conference Final.
Okay. Okay. One of the reasons I know Deuce has arrived is Tom Thibodeau subbed out Jaylen Brunson in the closing of a game, and neither one of them players even batted an eyelash. Right? So they must have been seeing this for a while before they got to this point. Because you know how slow Tom Thibodeau is to make a change, right?
Brother, for real? For real? Are you serious? He's got to see it like he's got to rewind it like 150 million times. Like, yo, you ever seen that Wu-Tang docudrama on Hulu? If you, yo, one thing about that, you know, I know it's a docudrama, so certain things aren't true. But the way they sat down and watched those martial art films, I'm saying the same movies, 7, 6, 8 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? And asked themselves so many different questions about that movie. That is crazy. So I say that to say this. He's got enough repetitions where he's understanding his role, not only his role, but what the team needs out of him in this moment.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, he's figuring it out, what I'm saying, on the job training, but he's getting better at it now.
Right. Yeah, man. Y'all listen to Andios. Andios says, hit that like button, man. Get this channel up to 4,000 subscribers, y'all. We are on the way. I think we are 300 subscribers short from our goal of 4,000 subscribers.
Let's get it. Let's get it, yo.
Yeah, y'all. Let's hit that 4K. Right. Lee, one of the other things.
Let's do it before the end of the year.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. One of the things I wanted to point out too is that because we touched on a couple things on the screen. We touched on Cat playing through injuries. We touched on is Precious still injured? We touched on where is Huck Porty, where are the backup centers? Cat and Precious played together. So I'd like to talk about Jaylen Brunson looking totally unselfish as a leader. Chat, how do y'all feel about this version of Jaylen Brunson's leadership? Lee, I'm giving the chat a few minutes to answer the question about.
No, my brother, let them take their time, because that's a great question, because I'm sitting there putting my thoughts together.
Yeah, how do y'all feel about Jaylen Brunson's leadership? I don't know. I don't think the record reflects how impactful great leadership is. But for for a couple of things to occur, Jaylen Brunson legit looks like an all-star caliber guard that at the same time values winning more than stats. Let me put it that way. What you think about that, boss?
I'm gonna give you my thoughts. I'm gonna think about this from the perspective of in my life, or the point in life when I was a soldier, and how I was initially taught when I first got to Fort Campbell, Kentucky. I'm gonna say this: you lead from the front, not the rear. You exceed the standards. You show why you are the one in charge. You calling the shots.
Right.
This is what we've needed for a long, long time out of a said player.
Right.
If you're gonna be that guy, then be that guy and live it through and through. Be New York, and that's one thing. Jaylen Brunson he's becoming a New Yorker.
Right.
I feel like this is more than just a business trip. This is like a homecoming for him. I think this is what he's fought for his whole basketball career, for these moments. And not only that, but I think it was last week I said one of these guys has to make themselves the MVP and set the example. So now you got Jaylen Brunson doing this thing. Cat, either, follow or you step ahead. But everybody else, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. I appreciate the professionalism, and that they're looking more and more like a team. Not to say we haven't, but it's like we're becoming more well rounded all the way through. Like it's fun to be in New York. You know what I'm saying? Be a Knick. But, you know, and I give that all to Jaylen Brunson.
Right. Right. So I'm just going to add a few things that I feel like, because there's a question on the table. So East Blue Drew asked, how do you define leadership? And so I'm going to add what I think is leadership qualities. I heard your point. I just want to answer this and put this up here. And so we can continue with the conversation there. I'm just going to put a few notes here. Right. So this is what I find as how I define leadership, right? Understanding organizational goals, staying on task through adversity, motivating others to stay team oriented voluntarily, not making them do it, but communicating in a way that they understand and they voluntarily stay team oriented. Giving to others before taking for yourself. What else defines leadership? Understanding the group and what the group wants. I guess that's the same as number one. Organization, understanding. I guess these two are the same, right? But this is how I define. So East Blue Drew, this is how I define leadership. Leadership doesn't mean you walk out front of everybody like William Wallace and make everybody follow you because you feel like you're divine, right? A leader is a person that the group trusts, and the group pushes that person out front to represent them. That's what a leader is. A leader is not somebody that goes to people and motivates them, rallies them for anything long term. Like you may rally people for a few minutes, and then after a while, when the food get cold, everybody go back to what they were doing. A leader is a person picked by the group to represent the group, and they push that person out front. Right? Like Martin Luther King Jr. Right? Was a great leader because a group of people saw that he was bought into their beliefs. They saw that he had a talent, and they rallied. By thousands of people rallied around this one person, rallied behind this one person, and pushed him out front. Right? George Washington, another great leader. Right? Another great leader of people, of men, of people. Right? George Washington was not the greatest person, though legends will suggest he was, but it's legend, right? But there were a group of people that identified the same as George Washington. He was in a group with them, and they pushed him out front because of the characteristics that he displayed. And so with Jaylen Brunson, there is a Leon Rose group, there is a Thibodeau group, the players. Everybody values, or not everyone, but it seems as if the majority of people that come in contact with Jaylen Brunson value him, and so they push Jaylen Brunson out front because he signifies what the group wants, right? And so while Jaylen Brunson does that, he is the epitome of what the group looks like, but he represents the group by being out front and modeling what the others want everyone else to see. And he can do that by giving to others before taking for himself. Right? He can do that by motivating others to stay team oriented on their own, not motivating them, not motivating them, right? When you're a leader, you don't have to motivate people to be team oriented, right? Right. You want them to voluntarily be team oriented. And I think Jaylen Brunson does that. So that's my definition of what leadership is. Are there some other things? Yeah, probably.
Also, too, now, he knocked one thing I said about today, he knocked down a shot that was so big. He got that 4-point play. And nobody was expecting that at that particular time,
Right.
in that point of the game.
Right.
And that's him taking the initiative to say, all right, my team needs me. I need to do something with this talent that I have. And Lord willing, let him knock that shot down. You know what I'm saying? Now, will it happen all the time like that? I'd say not. But in a tough game like tonight, that was well needed.
Right. Right. And the thing about that is too, Lee, not to steal your point on that one, because I think that's an excellent point. One of the things about that shot and it going in is a sum of work, right? That's a sum of work. The reason why that play occurred is not because Jaylen Brunson is just clutch. I mean, it was a clutch shot. But how many hours has Jaylen Brunson practiced shooting spot up threes? Think about that, right? You know how me and Dre get on here and say, we need to get Jaylen Brunson some spot up threes. How many hours you think Jaylen Brunson put in the gym to knock down spot up threes?
Man, I promise you this right now. If not half his lifetime, majority of his life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Till this day, still knocking that. He's still working on that shot right now.
Right. Right. So there was work. There was an unreasonable amount of work put in for him to even get to that moment. And then when the moment arrived, all he was a benefactor of all the hard work he put in. Right. And not taking it lightly, because the thousands of hours he put in taking those shots paid off right there in that moment. Can you expect to see Jaylen Brunson do that again in the future? Absolutely, because that man works hard. Right. Right. Hey, Lee, that's all I got, man. I gotta get out of here so I can
Hold on a second.
No, Lee.
No, I was going to say one thing, and I'm done.
Lee,
Because,
hold on. Hey, everybody. I'm trying to tell Corey Lee that I gotta wrap up right here because I got some stuff. I want to let him finish his thought, but every time I try to tell y'all that I gotta wrap up, everybody they always cut me off. It'd be like, I only got like 2.5 hours more stuff to put in. Now I know Lee don't have 2.5 hours more stuff, right? I know he don't have 2.5 hours more stuff, but just want to say this just real quick, everybody. So I'm gonna start trying to do the Knicks morning drive at 7:45 a.m. every morning and try to do it from 7:45 to 9. I'm going to see how long that lasts with the schedule that we have. I'm not sure how the schedule is going to be, but I want to do the shows at night and in the morning. But that's going to be tough when we do the show at night and in the morning. And then on game day, we do the playback TV portion of it. So, Lee, my bad, man. I just needed some time to get that out, man. I wasn't trying to cut you off and get out of here.
Oh, no. Only thing I want to say is that is every bit of what you just said is that's the epitome of leadership, and that's why he's the captain. And with that said, good night, folks.
All right. Yeah. Hey, appreciate y'all, everybody, for coming through. Appreciate my man Corey Lee coming through, representing Brooklyn, New York, 718. Y'all know how it is. We're gonna try to do the morning joint in the morning for all our people from Queens, New York, from the Bronx, from New Rochelle, from Yonkers, from Mount Vernon. Right. So
You the funniest.
yeah,
Shout
man.
out, shout out to the Knicks fans out here representing us in all 50 states. You know what I'm saying? There's a Knicks fan somewhere in all 50 states, even Puerto Rico. God bless you all. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night. Peace, y'all.